Devina ji, comes the most difficult part for a PMS fund manager such as you. How to churn within asset classes and what to do with fresh money. So what is the state of play at First Global at this point of time?
Okay, so you're talking about asset classes. I'll tell you what we did. About a month ago, we did the rebalance of our global portfolios and fund. And we obviously didn't know this kind of conflict was coming up, but just the trajectory of crude prices, it appeared to us that it was overdue for an upward move. So we actually reduced our US equity exposure a little more. We were already underweight. And we put it into commodities, which was crude and metals. So, it's not that we put 30% of the portfolio there, but I'm saying we did some reallocation towards that. And so crude is also, we did not speak about it in that first question answer, but the crude is the other question which most people have given the region where this conflict is happening. So let me also tell you that crude, this time, if you've seen even the temporary spike did not last very long. And the temporary spike can only be because of some supply constraints and the general sentiment that if the Straits of Hormuz are closed, or even if they are not closed, if you cannot find insurance for oil tankers to move through the straits, that causes a temporary disruption. But remember one thing, that nobody wants crude flows to stop. And this I'm talking as a general statement, not just in this conflict. So in whichever country which has crude, old ruler, new ruler, invader, whoever comes there, they want the oil to flow. They are there for the oil. They want control of that resource. So that's the last resource they will try to harm. Because that's where the cash cow is. ISIS takes over Iraq or parts of Iraq. It still wants the oil fields to continue because that's where the money is going to come from. So nobody ever stops oil. All these Middle East conflicts or West Asia conflicts, you see a sentiment reaction in crude. But actually, if you look at crude supplies, they don't really ever get disrupted, even in the medium term, let alone the long term. So that, just keep that context in mind. But as I said, it was due for an up move, and we were already positioned for that. So that was something which we did in our multi-asset portfolios. Equities in India, we are in the middle of a rebalance. We're still looking at things, and we have been overweight things like pharma, healthcare, or auto components, a little bit of FMCG. I don't see any, serious issues in any of those. We were not there in aviation, which is like directly hit and all that. So I don't think we are changing anything just as a knee-jerk to this particular conflict. As I said, we are in the middle of a rebalance, and we don't treat new money and old money in different ways. So whatever is our model portfolio, everybody gets the same thing.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.